everyone. My name is Anthony Pata, and I'm 22 years old. And I'm currently reside at Barangay Pamarano, Malasiki, Pangasinan. And I'm taking of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English at Malasiki, Anglo Valley College. And my partner name is...
Hi guys! I'm Eliza Pajarito from Barangay Nancapyan, Malasiki, Pangasinan. And I'm 22 years old, taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, and I'm a third year college. Okay, so before we start to discuss this novel, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sing, is we are just going to give our own perspective about it. So for me, I just based it on the cover of the book and its title. So it's not having their freedom about their self. So hopefully, when we get to know this novel, we will understand more the untold story of our author, Maya Angelou.
So, thank you, partner. And my own perception before I read the work of Maya Angelou, I know why the caged bird sing. I think from the title itself, you are wondering what is the reason why the bird in cage and why the bird singing. I think the bird is seeking freedom to, like what you said, they are seeking freedom to fly and explore the beauty of the world. So, I think, partner, we're ready.
Okay, so I think so. So you can start.
So, for today's podcast, we are discussing Maya Angelou's first memoir, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sing. We all talk about the major themes in the novel, the moments in the book that stuck with us, and the meaningful words of Maya Angelou. Okay? You are wondering why and you are questioning who is Maya Angelou. And Maya Angelou was American poet, memoirist, and civil rights activist. She published 7 autobiography, 3 books of essay, several books of poetry, and she credited with a list of plays, movies, and television show planning over 50 years.
Okay, so partner, she also received dozens of awards and more than 50 honorary degrees. So Maya Angelou is also known or best known for her unique and pioneering autobiographical writings. And did you know that I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings is one of her 7 autobiographies that is published in the year 1969. And it is a coming-of-age story that illustrates how the strength of a character and a love of literature can help overcome racism and trauma.
Being a black girl at such a young age in Southern America, who was quite unquiet, caught in crossfire to masculine prejudice, white allergical hate, and black lack of power and sent the book. Young Maya constantly had to face displacement and humiliation, not only from early exposure to peer pressure and racial discrimination.
Yes, also, mostly from being abandoned by her own family at such a very young age. In the second half of this book, Maya lived in San Francisco with her dad and his girlfriend after being hurt by Dolores. While the girlfriend itself, she intentionally chose to displace herself as an act of independence and self-reassurance. And she confidently took over her life, whereas up to this point, her life was only controlled by the other person. And this decision had totally changed her perspective as she soon realized that her full potential can only blossom when she gained enough strength to not only confront the problems she had,
but also to love, sympathize, to own up to her flaws with honesty and dignity. The bird in cage is a symbol of all African Americans and they fight for freedom. It symbolizes the struggle of being a black author. Those words are not heard and of one who longs for freedom. Think of the lines grave of dreams, nightmares, scream and compare. The liberty of the free bird with the shackled cage one.
So, one line that caught our attention is the I know why the cage bird sings. A free bird lives on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But then, a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. The cage bird sings with fearful thrill, known is still soon be heard on the distant hill, for the cage bird sings of freedom. The free bird and sings of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the sign of trees. Can fat worms waiting on dawn bright lawn, and he names the sky as his own.
The message of the novel is that the word of cage bird and the free bird is very different. You know why? The lack of freedom changes the way of sees everything.
Exactly. So, also, one of the message of this novel is to remove all constraints so that the one can cherish life as it is and the beauty of this world in a complete freedom.
The main conflict of the novel is that the cage bird wants to life of the free bird. The cage bird also wants to freedom to do whatever he wants.
No Way the Cage Bird Sings is a very heart-wrenching poem that reflects on the mindless oppression that the black were being subjected back in our olden days. So, this leads to the one of the book's ultimate achievements at the end, when she became one of the San Francisco's first black streetcar conductor at the age of 15.
Honestly, for me, reading this book, I am somewhat embarrassed at my lack of knowledge and how I was still dependent and relied on my privileges even since I was born.
Yes, it's a bit sad also because it truly speaks volume for me, the impactful journey of our author Maya Angelou.
As the fact that over the period of 90 years from 30s, this controversial topic still hold value and relevance up to this day, with not only the death of many female African Americans.
Okay, so yes, also the influence of the Black Lives Tomorrow movement during the year of 2020. So it highlights racism, discrimination, and inequality experienced by the Black people.
And lastly, we recommend this book to young girls so that they can understand the consequences of ignorance.
Also, the importance of self-belief and sympathy, and the ultimate strength gained by love and support.
Okay, honestly, my words can be a bit off, but believe me, she's Maya Angelou, and his specific material gained tears from American, most orphan Winfrey.
For reason, guys, it's definitely a must-read, and I cannot wait for you to tell me how you feel after reading it.
And that's the end of our podcast, and I hope you learned something about this novel. Created by Maya Angelou, entitled I Know Why the Cage Birds Sing. Again, my name is Anthony Pata.
And I'm Eliza Pajarito.
Saying good Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you
Everyone.
for listening.